The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First down and more, Etienne. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Collier. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
To throw on 3rd down. Collier. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 6 yards left on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now a throw to the end end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Collier. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays? And
we'll see how determined they are. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mecole Hardman, 82 yards. And the Jags on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looking to throw. Collier. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the gun on third down, Collier, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Collier airing it out, looking for Ridley. Here's a diving catch right side. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there, and boy, it was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A give running right, Etienne. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Etienne. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking to throw. Collier. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Denzel Ward. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They go play action now. Lawrence. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Kingsley Keke able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Play action. It's Lawrence. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
One more time with ETN. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for a Jags touchdown. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second? It's a foot race. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Three yards remain for second down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Third and 2, now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll try and throw for it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Collier. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A handoff for Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and 2. Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO. Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play. Lawrence will throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there. Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball. They'll try to run with Etienne, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw on 2nd down, Collier. This one caught by Ridley. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
That boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Hey, Zoo, look at me, zipper.
They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's in across his body. Picked off down at the 2. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. And And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
24 is the mic. Hey, let's get this.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go play action with Lawrence. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Collier. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So that'll back them up 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.